I want us to paint a picture today. Let's pretend that we are all sitting around the war room. Marketing, sales, RevOps, leadership, executive team is also sitting around the table. And marketing presents their pipeline contribution. Then sales starts challenging those numbers. The chaos erupts. RevOps is trying to control the chaos. Leadership is trying to make a decision, but frankly, they can't. They're confused because there's just no single source of truth. Nobody can trust the data. And if this sounds painfully familiar, it's because it's happening all over the place. I've created attribution models that track contributions and conversions, and my prediction is that even in 2026, most companies will get marketing attribution wrong because everybody focuses on the person or the technology. Pick the right tool, pick the right person, configure multi-touch attribution, and boom, problem solved. However, this is not a tech problem. It's governance problem with a data foundation. And until you fix that, sales will never trust the numbers. Let's talk about why sales doesn't trust the attribution model, because in fact, there are four trust breakers here that we need to discuss. Number one is the stage definitions that don't match the reality. Marketing says qualified lead means downloadable white papers. Sales says no, qualified lead means confirmed budget, authority, need, and timeline. When these definitions diverge, every metric downstream then becomes irrelevant. Number two, offline touchpoints are vanishable. What I mean by that is, let's say your rep spends 90 minutes on a discovery call, or CMO hosts a dinner with top three accounts, or partner with a warm intro call. None of this shows up in your attribution report because it doesn't exist in the marketing automation platform. Number three is opportunity linkage inconsistency. Does the attribution in fact fire when anybody under the account converts, or only the primary contact when they convert? And number four is influence is either undefined or overcredited. Marketing claims influence on 70% of the pipeline. Sales hears that and rolls their eyes because influence has become meaningless, a catch all for any interaction, no matter how trivial. Another example of this is I was working with a company before where they were tracking everything through coupon codes. And these coupon codes were getting manipulated along the road or had leakage along the way. And what I meant by that is customer would call CX and all of a sudden coupon was not being used, the marketing contribution would have not been recognized. Or the rep would use a different coupon code not related to the campaign, not related to marketing, and might have been even related to something that they had contribution and control over to finalize the transaction. And in this event, you're going to start asking questions. If the data set has leakage or can be easily manipulated like that, how can we trust the end results? So, real question, how do we build attribution that survives scrutiny? And there are three commitments here. Number one is, as I said, shared definitions, one source of truth for stages, sources, qualification criteria. Marketing and sales get together and they need to agree on MQL, SQL, and opportunity, actually meaning and definition of everything, and document it for future use as well. Then we need to have shared dashboards. Both teams or all teams involved need to be able to see the same numbers in the same place, no more conflicting reports. And then, of course, with the shared dashboard, then has shared accountability. Both teams own pipeline quality and conversion and not just volume. Now, along with these three, I'm going to also share you a secret that potentially can save you hundreds of hours of meetings, brainstorming session, even development hours that might go to waste. And that is going to be to stop trying to build one model that serves everyone, because it's just not going to work. Run two different views: a sales view, conservative, opportunity centric, single or two touch points. And this is going to be the reporting layer that is going to be helpful for pipeline review and executive dashboards. Then you got the marketing optimization view, which is going to be solely for diagnostic, multi touch, includes all the engagement in the data, And this is going to be used for operation layer, budget allocation, campaign decisions, and testing. They're not different though. Both are sharing the same data foundation, same definitions, but they serve different decision contexts. Sales gets to have the clarity and marketing gets to optimize and test. So if you want to put this into a 90-day implementation plan, I would say 0 to 30-day, try to hone in on the definitions and create your minimum viable product or the simple model that you can build upon. You don't need to wait for the perfect data. Choose one attribution approach and then build on top of it. So the building on top of it comes 31 to 60 days where you're going to focus on fixing the linkage gaps, field capture holes, audit your opportunity, and make sure that everything is, all the paths are crossed and any missing touch points such as events, calls, partner referrals, all those are going to be also included within the attribution. And then 61 to 90 days, you can start building up the marketing optimization view, much larger, much bigger scale, multi-touch view for marketing optimization. And there, then you're going to establish a monthly attribution review with marketing, sales, rev ops, anybody that is involved to resolve disputes, document rule changes, and also maintain a continuous improvement flow. Because what we are going to build like this is one iterative process model that is going to have version updates. But what we are not going to do is stop for the most perfect model to be born out of thin air and miss out on opportunities, nor we're going to just have 5 competing reports every single time, which doesn't tell any story and doesn't result in any actionable item. So your monthly review answers these 3 questions. Where do numbers not match field reality? Which deals fell outside standard rules and why? What needs to change based on new sales and motions? We document changes, communicate impact, and continue on the continuous improvement. The best marketing attribution model is not sophisticated. It's the one that marketing and sales believe enough to be able to use to make a decision. When you shift from whose number is right to what does this tell us about the pipeline quality and what can we do about it, then you're going to start feeling successful. So build the foundation, earn the trust, drive the decisions.